Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so this video is in regards to the Venus retrograde in Scorpio that we are, in right now. I put up a poll and 100% of the people who voted said yes, so here's your video, okay? So let's talk about Venus being in retrograde in the sign of Scorpio, why it is, basically one of the most intense Venus retrogrades. So it started on October the 5th at 3:04 a.m. Eastern time, okay? And it will be going back direct as of November the 16th at 5:50 a.m. So around November the 15th, Venus will already be starting to go back direct here. So about an hour and a half, though, after Venus, okay, comes out of being retrograde in Scorpio, Mercury is then going into retrograde in Sagittarius, okay? So expect some really intense feeling energies around the 15th or 16th, okay? It's not a negative, retrograde here, but a positive one, but just expect for some really super intense energies there in, November 15th, 16th, okay? Just try to be aware of how you feel on those days, okay? So why is this one of the most intense? Well, because it's in Scorpio, okay? Scorpio is the sign of change and transformation. So after this transit in Scorpio, okay, there is this feeling inside of you. It's almost in a sense like something changes forever, okay? Because this Venus retrograde brings out deep, dark, hidden secrets, okay? So Scorpio is the sign of also like hidden things. So the most hidden secrets, this is where they become exposed, whether they're internally with yourself or with others, okay? So this retrograde, it's almost in a sense like the pull towards this transformation is so intense that whether or not you're aware of this energy or not, or the fact that Venus has been in retrograde, the feeling itself is something that nobody can ignore, okay? It really starts to make you be more consciously aware of yourself, okay? Where when it first started at the beginning of October, there could have been a lot of negative feelings, a lot of frustration, fears, worry, a desire to get out of this energy, so to speak, but not understanding why or how. And as the energies start to move towards more of Venus going direct, you're going to feel a shift, okay? I felt it, and that's why I said, anybody else feel that? Did you feel that? Did you feel that? I did, and other people said yes also, okay? But it's actually a energy that you can't ignore. It's like you're transforming out of an old part of you that is no longer serving you. And you, in a sense, you can say that part of you that was haunting you will no longer be there. It's like it changes forever after this, okay? So Venus being in retrograde, it has an intense opposition with Uranus right now, okay? Which is the planet of unexpected change, freedom, and liberation, okay? When Uranus is actually, in opposition with Venus, this is enough energy to literally break the chains of illusion, okay? Where it's like bringing you out of this fog, going to those dark places that maybe you haven't wanted to face for a while, or things that have been happening where, you got to get to the truth, you got to get to the core of what's going on, or just facing some sort of internal truth in general, okay? These are the things that not only are we digging out of our own self and facing and ridding, but these energies are actually exposing truths on a grander scale, okay? Where people are coming out of this fog of illusion as to what exactly has been going on behind the scenes all over the world, okay? We don't have coincidences here. We just don't, okay? This isn't the first time, and this will never be the last time of this energy taking place here, okay? So Venus going retrograde, you know, in the sign of Scorpio, it happens about every year and a half to 2 years, okay? And this is an intense energy at this time because it is directly in alignment with the earth and the sun, okay? And it's almost in a sense like when Venus crosses those rays, it's like you're going into the underworld, into the shadows, and bringing into the light what you need to bring into the light. The truth about yourself, the truth about what you want to do with your life, the truth about your relationships, you know, getting rid of what is no longer serving you and feeling good inside of you, okay? It's also bringing lies, deceit, deceptions, you know, and just breaking chains of illusion across the board, okay? So this is something that I just wanted to talk about here because, you know, so many people have been feeling this like intense energy and not understanding either what is going on, understanding how to use the energies to their advantage. And, you know, I understand it, I get it, because just as they affect you, they affect me, okay? So I feel it, which is why I said something about it. And, you know, I was like, you know what, maybe I should start talking about these things more, you know, because there's a lot to it, you know, and understanding it is one of the main components to being able to use the energies to your advantage, okay? So this is about healing. This is about being your truth, living your truth, and understanding you, and taking these energies and using them to your advantage, especially when you feel that shift. It's like, it almost in a sense gives you a underlying motivation to want to change, right? So don't fight up against it, because it's literally an energy that you cannot ignore. It's a transformational energy, and it's you can't ignore it, but because you live off of choices, you can choose to rid yourself of a cycle that is no longer working and heal from that, understand it, and transform it into an energy inside of you that gives you that drive and that motivation in order to go towards what it is that you want to, okay? So that's, you know, what I wanted to talk about in regards to, you know, this Venus retrograde, and in order to give you a little bit of more clarity as to what it is in regards to the energies that you're feeling. And especially with it being in Scorpio and being, you know, this energy of change and transformation and things that have been hidden in the dark, now bringing it out into the light, you know, healing. It literally gives you an opportunity to put relationships on any level on pause, you know, and going within and seeing what hasn't been working for me in the relationship I am in with myself, you know, taking the focus off of other people, taking the focus off of what everybody else is doing or what your partner's doing, and being able to see your placement in regards to what is it that I can do to rid myself of these feelings so that I can no longer have them inside of me in order to either project them or grasp onto them being projected from another. So it's like I always say, you don't use the other person, regardless of who they are, as your focal points of the reason why you feel anything about yourself, because they're your feelings alone. But when you use somebody as your focal point, it's almost in a sense like you're handing your power over to that person in order to make you feel either good about yourself or bad about yourself. And that's handing your individual power away. So take this energy now in order to pause and not fall into the dark shadows where you feel like you can't come out of them, because this energy is literally pulling you to transform out of these energies and be able to understand yourself on a grander scale, your worthiness, all of that, right? But it's also an energy that is pulling lies and deceit and breaking the chains of illusion on top of all of it, okay? So it is an intense energy, but in the beginning of the retrograde, it almost in a sense was pulling you, and it felt like it was pulling you down, but it was literally just pulling you out of the dark places, okay? So let's do a few of these enchanted mouth cards, and then I'm just going to close this out, okay? And, you know, comment below, tell me what you think, and if you want me to, I will do the Mercury retrograde that we're going into basically an hour and a half after Venus goes direct, okay? So we have number 53 in the upright, and it says listening. And we have number 31 in the upright. It says dry desert. And let's see if we can get one more card here. You have 27 home. And we have 4. And we have number 11, balancing act. Okay, so let's get into the meanings of these here. So we have number 53, which is listening. Okay. Thank you for your patience. Okay, in the upright. When this card appears, you're being reminded that there is a time to speak and a time to be silent. Now is an occasion for listening. Pay attention not only to what is being spoken, but also to what is not being said at the moment. For the deeper message is not always obvious. Listen with your heart, not just your ears, and you'll find clarity. Receiving the listening card is a fortunate sign and ensures a greater understanding of your circumstances. I'm so sorry. My voice has been doing this lately, okay? And somebody was like, girl, you need a throat chakra clearing. No crap, I know. Big style, right? And it's like, I'm never going to shut up, and I'm not going to stop talking, and you're not going to stop me from doing what it is that I do. Okay, so good luck with all that. Whatever's trying to put some negative voodoo crap on me. You're wasting your time, okay? Anyway, now is the time, you know, to go within, right? Listen to yourself. Listen to what it is that is the deeper message within inside of you. So this is all about listening to your internal self, right? Just like I was speaking about the Venus retrograde, that's what this is getting to, okay? So let's go to the next one, which is 31. And all 4 of these are in the upright, okay? So number 31. Is your life presenting you with opportunities that seem to yield nothing? Have your ideas dried up? Does it feel like you're at an endless journey through a dry, hot, lifeless desert? This card reminds you that there are times when you're meant to become resilient as you journey through harsher circumstances. You are being required to conserve your energy until after consistent effort you reach the oasis you're searching for. Consider the creatures that live in these conditions. They have adapted to thrive in spite of their outer environment. In a desert, water, essential for life, can be found deep underground, okay? Go deep within yourself now. Find your truth there. Let spirit sustain you while you locate the real source. Whatever it is you're asking about will not be found in the conditions you are in until you move past the surface of things and choose to do the real work and discover the answers deep within you. I can't make this up, guys, okay? This may not seem like the most productive time, but looks are deceiving. This is the most important place to find what's truly right for you. I'm not even going to talk on the card. It is cut and dry. It goes right along with what I've been speaking about with Venus retrograde in Scorpio. You're going within, okay? You're going within, you know, and whatever it is that needs to be transformed within you, you're going to find it there, okay? So go within. That's what this is about. And whatever, I'm so sorry, and whatever it is that you find in there that you're transforming, understand that it's going to change forever, okay? You don't always have to live under these conditions. You can always find a way out of them, but you have to go inside first, okay? Can't look for it somewhere else. Number 27. We try to. Doesn't normally work, does it? Okay. It's like a quick fix, right? You hear something you want to hear, but then if you don't believe it about yourself, it's not going to stick, all right? So, number 27 in the upright, home. Peace, security, safety, belonging, and all the features one would want from home are indicated now. The home card represents an invitation to experience what it's like to be secure in your own skin, to live comfortably no matter what is happening in the world around you. It is a time for opening your eyes to the tribe of like-minded people or one special person who makes you feel like you've come home. Home is love, and love is all around you now. Whatever your inquiry, you are where you are meant to be and will reap greater benefits by staying on the path regardless of where it leads. Home will always be with you. It's where the heart is, okay? Again, home is where the heart is, okay? But people see home as a four walls and a roof or whatever, okay? Your heart's in your chest. It goes with you wherever you go. Home is where the heart is, so home is where you decide to make it. And it's here, okay? It's not the home you're in. It's the feeling, okay? People move away from certain places thinking that they need to get away from where they are in order to feel better. But then move away and the circumstances and situations kind of repeat themselves even though they're in a different location. It's because of this. It's because of what's in here. So again, it's about going within and understanding. Home is always with you, but are you comfortable to be there? Are you comfortable enough with yourself? You're with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, depending on the year, depending on the calendar, but you're always just ever existing, okay? This is what is the most important. You, okay? If you're not okay, things around you are not going to be okay. People around you are not going to be what they seem to be because they're not there in order to validate anything about you. It's always about you. It's a healthy respect and love for yourself. It's not about vanity. It's not about what you got. Without this, without your own integrity, without your own love of self, unconditional love of self, it doesn't matter what anybody else has. Do you understand what I'm saying? So this is all about you, okay? Take this energy and use it in order to transform out of this energy that is no longer serving you, okay? That you've been carrying around with you for Lord knows how long, okay? It's been there for a while. It didn't just arrive, okay? That's literally all I have to say about that. It's literally been there for a long time, consciously unaware of it, okay? So number 11 is balancing act, and it's in the upright, and then we shall close out of this, okay? There are times when things seem a bit topsy-turvy, and it feels as if you are juggling 1,000 balls in the air. Perhaps you're unsure of your footing. Now is the moment to evaluate which areas of your life need balance and then restore equilibrium. Choose harmony over discord, and great success will be yours. You'll find inner stability when you choose a balanced, focused, and level path, okay? Where are you going to find that at? Where are you going to find it? Nobody's going to find it for you, okay? It's all about you. So find a way to use this. Don't fight up against it, okay? Don't. It's pulling you for a reason. You might feel like it's pulling you down, but it's actually pulling you out, okay? So use it to your advantage. Face what it is that you're sick and tired of about yourself and transform that energy and understand that through this change, breaking through, breaking the chains, breaking through that fog of illusion, you're actually turning into the best version of yourself. So why wouldn't you want to take advantage of that energy? Perceptionally felt or still could feel like a negative energy, but it's really not. It's all the perception of it. Feels like it's pulling you down, but it's actually pulling you out. Okay? So use this time in order to just look at yourself and say, this is what I'm sick and tired of about myself. And heal from that and allow yourself to come back into balance so that you could continue on that path that you've been paving. You just took a few detours, right? We do that from time to time. It's all right. Hit a few dead ends. Doesn't matter. That path that you desire to be on is always available to you. The illusion is that it's not, because you take some detours or end up on some, wrong paths here. But it's never truly a wrong path. It's just the longer way, okay? So take this energy, use it to your advantage, understand that it is the energy of change and transformation, and I more than likely will be doing a video then on the Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius that ends up, coincidentally, there are none, about an hour and a half after Venus goes direct on November the 16th, okay? So I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think. I love you guys as always. Bye.